to say this is going to be your last game at Camp Randall?
Uh, I'm a little bit still up in the air about things, but just take the opportunity that if it is to kind of take that walk and kind of do it. Just so if I happen to make that decision to move forward, I don't have no regrets, but at least not doing the walk. So I just wanted to, still kind of up in there about it, but really make a decision. So.
What's going to be some of the factors that are? I mean, I know right now you guys are focused on Minnesota, but just what are the fact? Have you started thinking about the factors about just what's going to make you maybe come back for a fifth year that you have available, or
Um, not really wholeheartedly about all the factors that would make me come back. Just gotta make sense for my position and just just want to hear some information about different things and like whether that be projection wise or just like information from different types of scouts and people, and then I'll make the decision based off of those type of things. And just want to be in a position where I feel most comfortable.
Is that, I mean, obviously you played a ton of games, but having that NFL pro prospect lurking, does that add anything extra in terms of making it a little tougher to focus or making you say to yourself, hey, I really got to lock in? What I guess I'm trying to get at, what's it like at this stage of your career, trying to get ready for a game, but then having kind of all these other things lurking out there?
Uh, it's not too hard because at the end of the day I'm still focused wholeheartedly on finishing the season strong with my brothers, and most importantly getting this win against Minnesota. So I know how important that is. All of that stuff with the whole NFL and all the process and having an opportunity, all that stuff will come after, and that's just a decision I have to make when the time comes. So as of right now, I'm not really focused on that. I'm just more so focused on finishing the season.
How much? What is this? I mean, obviously you got the axe in Minnesota coming in. What does this whole postseason bowl thing mean to you in terms of possibly being able to help extend that?
It means a lot. Well, I think what our bowl streak is about 20, 23 years or something like that. I'm not completely sure, but yeah, it means a lot for a team that's been as consistent as Wisconsin has been. Obviously the last couple of years we haven't had the success we wanted to, and this year it's been a little bit of the same. But it means a lot finishing the season strong, sending our seniors off the right way, and then most importantly getting a win against Minnesota. We know how not how important only this game is for us, but for the entire state. So want to go out there and play fast, play physical, and put a great showing on tape for the last one. I can't brand.
Rico, what stood out a little bit about Minnesota's offense and kind of their receiving core?
Pretty good receiving core. A veteran group has a veteran maturity. Smart group, make adjustments really well. They have a guy that like to target a lot. Daniel Jackson, number 9, their top guy. I think he's the best out of the group. But they have a more than capable group. Guys that can all get the ball, and they like to use their running back in the passing game a lot. So just got to be key to that. Know they're gonna try to take their matchups when they have the opportunity, and just gonna have to step up to the challenge.
so for you, it's just with Minnesota and just this rivalry overall. Just I guess for you, this is your fourth year. Just what are you telling guys like Xavier? What are you guys telling even like RJ, who maybe it's his fifth year or fifth or sixth year, but it's also it's his first year at Wisconsin. But what are you telling the guys, or is it more leading by example in terms of just the preparation for what's ahead coming up on Friday?
More so, we're just telling them kind of we always bring up our rivalries before we even go into camp. We just start getting into those meetings like we got the Minnesota, the Iowa, and Nebraska, all those different rivalries. So the guys know how much this game means. And then you guys from Wisconsin, we usually have them come up and talk Garrison, Witt, and just different guys throughout the defense that we have talk. So they know the meaning of this game, how important this is, and just the kind of edge our coaches on because we know how important this game is. So just kind of leading by example in a way of how we practice, but also telling them and reiterating to them how important this game is.
How quick was it to turn the page from what happened in Lincoln? And just what is the mood of the team right now? After and it's been a rough stretch, but how have you seen this team react after the loss?
I had to honestly get over it quick because even though it's still a sore spot, we didn't play as well as we wanted to, and that's a game we can't lose, but ultimately we did. And but we have to turn the page quick because we have an even bigger one coming up. Not saying any game is bigger, but we know how much rides on this game, so gotta finish strong. And just I think the mood is good. Guys were a little upset. I think guys took that loss to heart and came out with an attitude and they've attacked practice well the last 2 days. So we know how important it's going to be, and just kind of we want to come out with that attitude. So I think the mood of the team has been really good, and we are really focused.
As far as school goes, are you close to your degree? Will you get it this semester? And part two, who's going to be here for you on Friday?
So so for school, I'm slated to graduate in next spring. Next spring, yeah, I'm slated to graduate next spring. Just got to finish some online classes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that, and then my mother's gonna be here on Friday to walk me. Well, at least I hope so. That's what we're hoping for right now. But my mother's plans to come up, so we're gonna do that walk with her. Opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, and lastly, kind of to piggyback off Jake, what Jake was asking about the rivalry coming up from Florida, maybe your first year. So was there a point where, I mean, obviously everyone here knows Minnesota's one of the bigger games of the year, but was there a point you recall where it maybe really hit you just being here that like, hey, this is they weren't kidding about what when they talk about the Minnesota game. Is there a moment that just kind of jumps out to you where
Yeah, man. My first year here, I remember when we had the chance to ultimately go to the Big Ten championship in 2021. Then ended up kind of losing focus there and losing that game to Minnesota. I just remember how they were talking the whole game. Their head coach gets into it a lot. He gets animated, and I just like remember I'm like, damn, like this is really big. And then they beat us and they stormed the field, and I was just like, oh wow, like you got guys bumping and the fans talking crazy to you as you're walking up. I was like, man, this is like a real big deal. And I seen how emotional guys in the locker room was like, we don't lose to Minnesota, and everybody's crying and stuff like that. And yeah, so I remember just from that freshman year, and then as I've gone throughout the years, just little things here and there, but you can see how important. And then like even when we lost to them, what was it? My sophomore year, Coach Fickle's first year here, we played them carrying the axe around the season, around the city and stuff like that, and them hosting the axe on a jumbotron the whole week of practice and kind of get us fired up. So I knew how much kind of it meant.
I knew go against Bryson a lot in practice. What do you think he just means to the offense to get him back for these last couple games?
Oh, that was huge. Bryce is a baller. He's been like that since he's got here, and I think he brought a lot of what our offense was missing on the outside with a bigger receiver, a bigger body, a guy who can go out there and make those 50-50 catches. Like Vinny, I think has been doing amazing on the outside. But there are two different receivers. So Bryce is more of that 50-50 physical guy that we needed on the outside. He's been doing well. So I'm really big. That was really big for him. Really big for us having him back. I think he's going to play a big role in this game as well.
Very good.
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it,
you
Rico.
guys.